Hey guys, this is Crafty Nurse and we are about to make some flowers. So I have this flower here. We're going to make 3 layers of petals with this flower, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. And we're going to make 2 layers with this one. So with this flower set, it comes with, I cut it out with my Cricut machine. And so my Cricut machine can also make score lines. So it has a score down the middle of each of these, but it can be very well done by hand. So if you cut it by hand and you don't have the machine to make the score line for you, because it makes it so much easier, just take this, fold it. You can use anything to just do it like that. But if you don't, if you cut it out by hand, I'll just show you how easy it is to make a score line. So I'm just going to take a ruler and try to get it. Actually, going to use this end. Get a ruler, just line it up perfectly in the middle. And then you probably can take, let me see some other objects you can use. You can use the back end of a X-Acto knife. Probably wouldn't recommend that, just in case you cut the paper. You can use scissors. Actually, that is a good idea. You can use scissors. I have this squeegee that I was going to use, but I think scissors may be an actual item that most people have. You can open it up. And just go down the line. Don't go too hard in case you cut it. And then you just fold on that line very carefully. Just fold on that line. Try to get it as flat. You can take something like a squeegee or a credit card and just fold down, and there you have it. You have your score line. So that's easy, but I did use the machine to cut out these petals, so I already have my score lines in place, and I'm just going to fold them. Probably do more than one at a time to make it a little bit faster. But I'm going to make sure that I make no mistakes here, so I'm just going to do them one by one. And so I have 5 of each. Each size petal, I have 5 petals. You can also just use your fingers to press down on it, but I do suggest you go over it with something like a squeegee or your credit card, just to get those crisp lines. For a minute, I was going to do all 5, but I'm not. So what I'm going to do is just fold them all with my hands at first, and then go over it. With the squeegee. And this way is a little bit, this is a way to get it a little bit faster. we'll do this set as well. This is basically the same flower as this one, except I don't have this first petal size, the largest petal size, because I want it to be a much smaller flower. And then I'm going to curl this sides of it. Just gonna lay it flat for a minute. So I'm using, you can use a pen, but I'm using the mini glue sticks to fold these, the smallest petal in the set. And a pen or X-Acto knife works just fine as well. Then I'm gonna curl all the petals back, kind of at an angle too. This one wasn't so much at an angle, so I'm gonna try to do it at an angle. And now I switch to the regular size glue stick for the other size, for the other two petals. And now we're going to make a cut down the middle, and it's okay if it's not exactly on the line, like that's not going to make too much of a difference going forward. I doubt that. But me making this flower, I don't think I've ever got it directly on the line. It always ventured off a little bit. So I'm going halfway. You can see my cut went about halfway. And I'm going to go halfway with the others. You can very well do one at a time. I like to gather them all together and cut down the middle to make sure that each one is about the same, hit the same cut, like the same length. So now we're going to glue. Glue at the bottom, just glue the petals together. All the petals. I should probably move this over here because I'm more comfortable that way, but I have an outlet right in that corner, so it makes like I really can't move it too far. This flower is super easy to make. It's cute, it's different, but it's also simple and easy to make. got our little pentagon base. We're just gonna put some glue on the bottom, place it on one of the pentagon sides. I don't do this often, but what you can do is for that first petal that you place down, you can glue just one side and then place it. So when you come all full circle, you can tuck that last one underneath the first one. I don't really do that with my first set of flowers just because I guess it's just laziness why I don't do it. But and sometimes I forget too. Be so excited to just finish the flower off after cutting and going through all of that I forget to do it. But you can do that, especially if you're just using one layer. If you were just gonna have this one layer, you should definitely do that. It makes the flower look professional, nice, and it just gives it an overall good look. But when you have multiple layers, that first layer isn't necessary because it gets covered up by the layers as you continue. I'll do it for this one so you can see. Still not necessary, but I'm gonna do it to get in the habit of doing it. And then on the second petal, you just do the full bottom. And I'm making sure that I'm doing it in between these two flowers. You can do it the other way. That'll be a cool looking flower. If you do it like directly, it'll be like it's, you know, going down in the line. That'll be cool too, but I like the way this looks. So you can customize your flowers, you know, like little changes can make a difference in the look of the flower, in the final look. So with this last one, I do the full bottom, and then I lift up that first flower that we placed down, get it in place underneath it, and then take a little glue, lift up the tab, take a little glue, and stick it down. It just looks cool being tucked under. And with this last layer, I definitely am going to do that process. Because that's the layer that you can really see. Oops, you can see the difference. Bottom. And sometimes, especially with this flower, you may have to lift it up before. You have to lift up that first petal that you place down before you come to the last one, just because you run out of space in the middle there. That's okay. Make sure I center it. Okay. Lift it up and place the tab of glue. Okay, so we're going to get all of these little strings away off of my fingers and off of the flower. Just a bunch of little strings, glue strings. And I'm going to place the center. I made a bunch of these from a different project I was doing. Some of them came out a little bad looking, so I'm looking for the perfect one, and I think I found it. Just gonna see how I like it. Yep, I like it. So I'm gonna glue it down. But first I'm gonna try to pull these little end pieces to like the center. And I'm going to place dab of glue and place it in the middle of my flower. Voila, here we have it. Beautiful flower. Now I'm going to put this to the side while I make this one. So I'm going to curl it first. Curl it, hold it in place a little bit. Go halfway. Oops. Okay, try to get that back in the center. And I'm gonna go halfway. Do another stack. Make a habit of doing it, doing that first layer. So I'm only putting half, then I'm placing it on one side of the pentagon, stick. Second one, you do the full bottom, full bottom. And with this last one, you're gonna tuck it under. And then glue down. First one. Half. I'm making sure I go in the middle because I like that look. And I'm not sure if you're noticing on some of these petals, it has like a crease, has like a weird crease going on from where I rolled it. And that's most likely because it was either this was too small or when I was rolling it, I wasn't doing it correctly. So like you can alleviate that by using something bigger. Like this was a little bit too small for this size petal. Like a pen would have worked perfectly fine. But I am noticing that it has like a weird crease going on. So I lifted up that and then in the center. And then come back. Add a dab of glue. So I'm just going to clean it up a bit. Get rid of all of these little glue strings. And I'm going to place a center. And there we have it. 2 flowers. This one's a bigger size because it has an extra layer. And look, beautiful. Thanks for watching.